Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. In a world that just keeps getting smaller, it feels like, where you can jump on a video call and instantly connect Tokyo with Toronto. Well, being able to communicate across cultures, that's not just a basic skill anymore. It's really your competitive edge. I mean, think about it. Every handshake, every negotiation, every project you work on together hinges on clear, confident language. But we've all been there, right? Those moments of hesitation, that split second where you wonder, is my phrasing okay? Is it polite enough? Accurate? Culturally sound? Well, today, we're not just smoothing out those little wrinkles. We're aiming to give you the blueprint, a way to turn those, potentially awkward moments into real connections, impactful ones. This deep dive is all about equipping you, giving you that linguistic precision that builds bridges, not just sentences.
Precisely. And our mission today is really to elevate those foundational English communication skills, but specifically focusing on how you apply them strategically. In the international business world, this isn't about just memorizing vocab lists, right? It's about mastering the art of applying the language. We're going to explore how nuanced language choices can proactively build rapport, how they can prevent costly misunderstandings and really solidify your professional standing globally. It's about being understood, yes, definitely, but maybe more importantly, it's about being effective.
Absolutely. And our source material for this deep dive, it draws its power from everyday English, global business communication. It's got this really practical, real-world approach. It cuts straight to what you actually need to know. So our aim today is to arm you with the confidence to introduce yourselves with cultural awareness, to clarify information with, let's say, surgical politeness, and to accurately pinpoint origins, whether we're talking about a person like a CEO or maybe a cutting-edge gadget or even a whole multinational corporation. We want to transform those moments of uncertainty, turn them into aha insights, the kind that genuinely foster connection and understanding.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be zeroing in on 3 interconnected skill sets. And when you integrate these fluidly, they can dramatically enhance your global interactions. First, we'll refine the art of initial introductions and identification. Recognizing that understanding someone's origin, that's often the very first step in building a meaningful relationship. It's not just small talk. It's relationship intelligence, really.
Right. More than just pleasantries.
Exactly. Second, we'll dissect the power of polite correction, which is such a vital skill for, risk mitigation and ensuring factual accuracy, especially in environments where ambiguity can carry a really high price.
Oh, definitely. Misunderstandings can be costly.
For sure. And third, we'll move beyond people. We'll look at accurately identifying the origins of products, companies, even services, and we'll tie this directly into market intelligence and brand perception. So each segment today will sort of peel back the layers. We want to reveal the why behind these skills, connecting them directly to the broader strategic implications in your global business ventures.
Okay, let's unpack this first part. We're kicking things off with what's arguably one of the most universal icebreakers.
Brilliant.
But it could be subtly complex in global conversations. Simply asking about where someone is from, on the surface, it seems pretty basic, doesn't it? But this question, as simple as it seems, immediately sets up a foundational context. It's a direct, effective way to start building rapport, show some genuine interest, and, open a window into someone's background. Paves the way for deeper conversation. Think about it. We're kind of hardwired to understand context, aren't we? And origin gives us a huge head start.
Indeed. And what's really fascinating here is the profound cultural significance of this question, especially in international business circles. It goes way beyond just geography. When you ask someone where they're from, you're not just collecting a data point, like you said. You're expressing an interest in their cultural identity, their background, maybe their historical influences.
Right, it shows you care a bit more.
Exactly. This initial exchange is often the first step in understanding their worldview, which can then profoundly inform your communication style. It helps you tailor your approach, make it resonate more effectively. Think about the value of knowing if you're speaking with someone from, say, a high-context culture versus a low-context one.
Oh, yeah. Huge difference.
It immediately impacts how you might phrase things or how you interpret what they say. So this is often that initial crucial step in truly connecting with a new colleague or a potential business partner, moving beyond just the superficial stuff to, build some genuine trust.
That's a great point. So if asking is the icebreaker, then knowing how to respond accurately and how to form those nationality terms, that's absolutely key to reciprocating, to making that connection. We're talking about that subtle but significant shift from a country name to a nationality adjective. It's a foundational pattern. And once you grasp its nuances, it unlocks so much more confident, respectful communication. Now, we're not going to dwell too much on the grammatical rule here. I'm sure you're familiar with the basics. Instead, let's focus on the application and maybe some common examples where precision really, really matters. For instance, I might say, quite confidently, I'm from the United Kingdom. I'm British. Or you're looking across the pond, I'm from the United States. I'm American.
Yeah.
You instantly see that connection, right?
Yeah.
From the country to the descriptor. And this pattern, it continues with countless other nations. If you meet someone at a global conference, she's from Japan, she's Japanese, or they're from Brazil, they're Brazilian, and he's from Germany, he's German, or 𝗙𝗃𝗄𝗏. These aren't just words, are they? They're immediate identifiers. They provide a wealth of cultural, maybe even professional information very concisely. But, and this is where it gets interesting, what about those tricky ones? Or the ones that sometimes get confused? Like, I'm from the Netherlands, so I'm Dutch.
Yeah.
Or from Switzerland, I'm Swiss. And Australia, I'm Australian.
The variations can be subtle, yeah. But the impact of getting them right, that's profound.
This is exactly where the importance of precise terminology differentiates, a casual chat from a professionally impactful one. Misidentifying someone's nationality, even if you don't mean to, can be a pretty significant cultural faux pas.
Yeah, awkward at best. Right. It can subtly communicate a lack of attention to detail or maybe even a bit of cultural insensitivity. And that's just detrimental in professional settings where first impressions count for so much. Understanding this distinction, the country versus the nationality adjective, it isn't just about avoiding a grammar mistake. It's fundamentally about demonstrating respect. It's about affirming accurate representation and really fostering effective cross-cultural communication. Think of it as a form of cultural intelligence.
I like that. Cultural intelligence.
Yeah. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, imagine meeting a potential business partner from, let's say, Ireland, confidently saying, you're Irish, instead of maybe, you're from Ireland, right?
Yeah.
It just adds this layer of professionalism, of personal acknowledgement.
It shows you know.
Exactly. It's a powerful nonverbal cue. It signals you're prepared, you pay attention to detail, you're genuinely engaged. And that sets a positive, respectful tone for everything that follows. It's really an investment in the relationship itself.
That's a great way to put it. It shows you've done your homework, essentially. And to really cement this, let's make this interactive. Think of this as building muscle memory. For sophisticated global conversation, not just, memorizing words. I'm going to give you a country, and I want you just mentally or maybe out loud if you're somewhere private. Supply the correct nationality. Pay attention to how it sounds, the common usage. Ready? First up, Italy. What's the nationality adjective for someone from there? Short pause. If you thought Italian, you're spot on. Notice that sound at the end. Okay, next. France. What do we call someone from France? Short pause. That's right, French. Bit of a different structure there, but very common. How about Canada? Short pause. Canadian. Exactly. A more consistent suffix there. And finally, China. Short pause. You got it. Chinese. Another one with a distinct ending. Let's try just a couple more, just to stretch that linguistic muscle a bit. What about someone from Sweden? Short pause. They are Swedish. Good. And a person from Mexico? Yep. Short pause. They're Mexican. Excellent.
Excellent. This active recall, especially when you do it focusing on pronunciation and the natural flow, it's incredibly effective for solidifying learning. It really works. It's preparing you for those real-time dynamic interactions you'll face, in fast-paced business settings like networking events or during negotiations.
Oh, where you don't have time to look it up.
Exactly. This isn't just about retrieving a word from memory. It's about building that intuitive connection between the place and the identity. So when you're in a conversation, the correct, respectful term just comes to you naturally. And this reflects not just linguistic competence, but also cultural awareness. It turns passive knowledge into an active, usable communication skill. And that enhances your credibility, your approachability.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, here's where things get really interesting and, frankly, critically important in business. Sometimes you'll encounter a situation where information is, slightly off, or maybe even entirely wrong.
And that happens all the time.
And this is where the necessity of making negative statements comes in, particularly when you need to clarify information politely. It's not about being confrontational, right, or correcting someone aggressively. It's about ensuring accuracy, which is paramount whether you're negotiating a huge deal, meticulously reviewing project specs, or communicating sensitive details with important clients. Precision isn't just, nice to have. It can literally be the difference between closing a deal and making a costly mistake.
This raises a really important strategic question. Beyond just avoiding offense, why is polite and precise correction so vital? It's because preventing misunderstandings isn't just about being clear. It's foundational to mitigating financial risks, avoiding wasted resources.
Time, effort.
Exactly. And crucially, maintaining robust professional relationships, the kind built on trust and reliability. Imagine a scenario where a product's origin is misidentified. That could lead to incorrect tariff calculations, maybe a breach of trade compliance, or even a misdirected marketing campaign that alienates your target audience.
Yeah, big consequences.
Or consider a cultural slip-up that could inadvertently damage a new partnership. The ability to subtly and politely correct misinformation prevents these kinds of downstream ripple effects. It's a crucial soft skill, often overlooked in traditional language learning, I think, but it's invaluable in the complex world of international business where all those details matter. It allows you to assert factual accuracy while preserving goodwill, and it demonstrates your own commitment to integrity and meticulousness. It's about leading with facts, but with diplomacy.
So how do we actually construct these polite negative statements, especially when the stakes might be high? The key isn't just inserting the word not. It's often about how you frame that negative, and frequently what you follow it up with to smoothly reestablish the correct information. Let's look at some practical examples, ones that move beyond just adding not and really highlight the nuance. You might hear someone make an assumption, perhaps. I assume she's from Spain, given her accent. But you know the truth, so you politely correct, maybe starting indirectly. Actually, she's not from Spain. She's from Mexico. See how that clarifies the origin without a direct challenge and immediately gives the correct data.
Smooth.
Or maybe in a team meeting, a colleague assumes. So the new lead for the Asia project is American, right? If that's not accurate, you might gently interject, well, he's not American. Actually, he's Canadian.
Oh, well.
Here, adding actually or well softens the correction, helps maintain that collaborative tone.
Right. It takes the edge off.
And this is especially critical for tangible goods or services. Someone might ask, this component for our new device is sourced from China, correct? If that's wrong, you'd state with precision, this product is not from China. We've actually shifted our manufacturing to Thailand for this particular line. Think about the significant implications that correction has. Supply chain transparency, import duties, even the marketing story around the product's identity and value. The nuance in framing these corrections is what separates a simple grammatical statement from, well, strategic communication.
What's truly insightful here is the subtle power embedded not just in the word not, but in the entire phrasing used to deliver that correction. While its grammatical function is pretty straightforward, its correct placement and delivery, combined with appropriate softeners like actually or well, that conveys clarity without aggression.
Right, that's the key, without aggression.
Especially vital in cultures where maybe direct contradiction could be seen as impolite or even disrespectful. If we connect this to the bigger picture, mastering the right way to form negative statements lets you be assertive about facts without being confrontational. Contrast this with, less formal or potentially impolite ways of correcting, like an abrupt, no, you're wrong.
And nobody likes hearing that.
Exactly. The professional advantage lies in being able to present accurate information smoothly, maintaining decorum and respect, even when you're challenging an assumption. It's about preserving the relationship and the conversation's flow while still ensuring factual integrity. That's a delicate balance, isn't it? But effective global communicators master it. This skill lets you gently steer the conversation back to the truth, reinforcing your own credibility as someone who values accuracy without making the other person feel bad.
That's a fantastic insight. It really is about the delivery as much as the content. Let's put this into a real-world scenario. Some dialogue practice, paying attention to those subtle cues. Imagine this exchange, maybe at a tech convention. A, this new foldable phone looks incredible. Is it from Korea, like many of the innovators in this space? B, no, it's not from Korea. Actually, this model is a flagship from Japan.
What stands out there is how concise and direct that correction is, yet it remains perfectly polite. The inclusion of actually subtly mitigates any perceived abruptness.
Right, softens the no.
Exactly. And this level of clarity is absolutely essential in technical or product-focused discussions. Ambiguity there can lead to significant issues, from misrepresenting specs to incorrect market analysis. You're not just correcting, you're providing precise, actionable information that helps everyone involved move forward accurately, which is paramount in a competitive market.
Okay, here's another one. Perhaps at a networking event. focusing on people and roles.
Yeah.
A, I heard your colleague Maria is French. She speaks such beautiful French. B, no, she's not French. She's Italian, though she did study French literature in university.
This really underscores the importance of accuracy when discussing team members or business partners. Getting details like nationality right reflects positively on your own attention to detail, your professionalism.
Shows you're paying attention.
It does. It shows you're engaged and aware of who you're working with. Fosters better understanding within a diverse team. And notice the added detail about our French studies. That further softens the correction and provides useful context. It turns a potential correction into a more informative exchange. It demonstrates a deeper level of engagement beyond just the immediate factual correction.
𝗫𝗏. Okay, now for an interactive quiz. Testing your ability to formulate those negative corrections with both accuracy and diplomacy. I'll ask the question, and I want you to respond with a negative statement and then smoothly provide the correct info. Think about that strategic delivery we talked about. First up, is this luxury car from Germany? I thought their engineering was unmatched. How would you correct that if it's actually from a different country known for automotive excellence? Short pause. You might say something like, no, it's not from Germany. It's actually from Japan, renowned for its innovative hybrid technology. Perfect. You're correcting and adding valuable context. Okay, next. Is your lead strategist British? Her insights sound very much like the London School of Thought. Short pause. A precise and polite response could be, no, she's not British, she's American, though she did spend many years consulting in the UK. Again, adding context humanizes the correction, makes it less blunt.
Good example.
And finally, are these specialized textiles from India? Their craftsmanship is incredible. Short pause. You can answer, no, they're not from India. These particular ones are from China, known for its advanced weaving techniques.
Gee, this is more than just a grammar exercise, isn't it?
Definitely.
These structures, they're about building trust. They enhance efficiency in all your international exchanges. The ability to correct information clearly, precisely, and politely. That's a hallmark of an effective communicator. It demonstrates your commitment to accuracy and respect for others, invaluable assets in any global business environment. This skill helps you navigate potential pitfalls gracefully, making sure your messages are always understood as intended without causing friction or misunderstanding. It's really about being a truth teller who also values relationships.
All right, now that we've refined introductions and mastered polite corrections, let's talk about strategically expanding your vocabulary, your knowledge of countries and nationalities. In our increasingly globalized business world, where supply chains stretch across continents and markets are interconnected like never before, well, the more you know about diverse nations and their people, the more confident you'll be, more agile, more capable. It's not just about knowing a few major players anymore. It's about being ready for any conversation, any market, any partner. This knowledge is like your personal market intelligence.
This raises an important strategic question, though. Why put significant effort into broadening your lexicon beyond maybe the most common countries? If we connect this to the bigger picture, a broader vocabulary directly enables deeper, more informed business conversations. It just does. It allows you to recognize and engage with emerging markets, to understand the nuances of various trade blocs.
Right. Things are always changing.
Exactly. And to gain a much more informed perspective on global events, geopolitical shifts, economic trends. Beyond that, it helps you identify potential cultural nuances and sensitivities before an interaction. That allows you to tailor your communication style, maybe your negotiation tactics, more effectively. The more geographical and cultural knowledge you possess, the more versatile you become, more insightful, more resilient as a global professional, ready to seize opportunities wherever they pop up.
Okay, so to help build that robust global vocabulary, I'm going to present a concise but hopefully impactful list of additional countries and their corresponding nationalities. Try to add these to your mental Rolodex, not just as words, but as gateways to understanding different markets, different cultures. From Argentina, we have Argentinian. Think maybe South American agricultural powerhouses, emerging tech scenes there. From Russia, we say Russian. Consider its vast natural resources, its strategic geopolitical influence. For Turkey, it's Turkish. A real bridge between continents, rich in history, a dynamic manufacturing hub, too.
Very strategic location.
Definitely. From Egypt, we have Egyptian. Ancient civilization meets modern economy, a key player in North Africa and the Middle East. And for Australia, it's Australian, a major commodity exporter known for its strong regulatory environment, innovative research. Let's add a few more. From South Korea, we say South Korean, global leader in tech, automotive, pop culture, And its neighbor, North Korea, has North Korean, though business interactions are obviously highly restricted.
Yes, very different context.
From Nigeria, it's Nigerian. Africa's largest economy, a hub of innovation, a significant consumer market. From Vietnam, we have Vietnamese, rapidly growing manufacturing base, attractive for foreign investment. In Saudi Arabia, we say Saudi, dominant force in global energy, undergoing significant economic diversification now, too.
Vision 2030.
Right. These words aren't just labels. They're your keys. Keys to unlocking sophisticated conversations with an even wider array of international partners and colleagues. They offer a glimpse into their economic, cultural, political landscapes.
What's truly compelling here is how these words immediately open up new geographical and cultural associations. They can trigger a cascade of relevant business intelligence. For example, just mentioning Turkey might evoke thoughts of specific industries, like textiles or historical trade routes. That enriches the interaction beyond a simple label, maybe to a discussion of logistics or investment potential.
Right, it sparks ideas.
Exactly. Similarly, Argentina might bring to mind its robust agricultural sector, or its unique economic dynamics, or its emerging startup scene. These associations are crucial for informed business discussions. They allow you to quickly access relevant contextual knowledge and demonstrate a broader, more nuanced understanding of the global landscape. It shows you're not just speaking the language, you're speaking the global business language.
Okay, let's contextualize these new words with some short business dialogues. See how they fit naturally into professional exchanges, and notice the depth they can add. Dialogue 1. Company origin and strategic positioning. A. We're looking at potential new suppliers for our specialized machinery. Where is the company Inovatech Solutions from? B. It's from Turkey. It's a Turkish company known for its precision engineering and competitive pricing in the İNEV region.
Highlighted there is the dual usage, isn't it? You're identifying the country of origin, Turkey, and then using the adjective for the company itself, or Turkish company. This distinction is vital for understanding corporate identity, market positioning within specific regions, maybe even navigating compliance and trade agreements in international procurement.
Adds a lot of context quickly.
It does. And by adding known for its precision engineering, the speaker immediately conveys valuable market intelligence. That could influence a sourcing decision. It shows a complete, insightful understanding of the entity, not just its location.
Dialogue 2. Business partner, nationality, and cultural engagement. A. Our counterparts for the new energy project have arrived. Are your business partners Russian? B. Yes, they are Russian, specifically from Moscow. We've found their negotiation style to be very direct and focused on long-term relationships.
This simple confirmation, followed by that cultural observation, is incredibly important. Accurately knowing and confirming the nationality of business partners can influence crucial aspects of collaboration. Things like setting appropriate meeting times across different time zones.
Yeah, practical stuff.
Choosing effective communication channels, or being mindful of specific cultural considerations during negotiations. The added detail about their negotiation style demonstrates proactive cultural intelligence, allows for more effective, respectful engagement. It's about respecting identity and facilitating smooth operations by anticipating those communication nuances.
Dialogue 3. Product origin and supply chain transparency. I'm reviewing the sourcing report for our new high-end coffee line. Is this particular blend from Egypt? B. No, it's not from Egypt. This premium single origin is from Ethiopia, specifically the 𝗪𝗪𝗃 region, renowned for its distinct floral notes and ethical cultivation practices.
This example again emphasizes the critical importance of accurately identifying product origins, especially for commodities like coffee, where origin signifies everything. Quality, specific flavor profiles, ethical sourcing practices, certification standards, market value.
A lot packed into origin.
Absolutely. And precise correction here isn't just about grammar. It's about conveying vital information that could impact purchasing decisions, marketing narratives, or supply chain integrity and sustainability claims. The added detail about the region and characteristics shows a deep understanding of the product's value chain.
Right. Okay, to really test your grasp, let's do a little reverse game. I'll say nationality, and you tell me the country it comes from. This isn't just recall. It's about quickly linking identity back to source, a skill that's invaluable in international deal-making. Think fast. First, Japanese. Which country is that? Short pause. That's Japan? Good. Next, Brazilian. Short pause. That's Brazil. Right. How about Egyptian? Short pause. Egypt. Got it. And Australian. Short pause. Australia. Perfect. Finally, French. Short pause. That's France. Excellent. Let's try a few of those newer ones we added. South Korean. Short pause. That's South Korea. Yes. Nigerian. Short pause. Nigeria, good. Vietnamese. Short pause. Vietnam, fantastic.
And reinforcing this fluency in both directions, from country to nationality and vice versa, that indicates a truly solid grasp of these terms. This bidirectional understanding will serve you exceptionally well in dynamic conversations. It allows you to process and respond to information quickly and accurately, no matter how the question is framed. It demonstrates a deeper integration of the knowledge, moves you closer to, native-like proficiency, and grants you this remarkable agility in thought and speech during those fast-paced global interactions. Not just about knowing facts, it's about being able to leverage them dynamically.
Absolutely. Being flexible.
Okay.
Okay, let's shift our focus now. We've talked about people. Now let's talk about the inanimate, identifying where things come from. This means products, goods, services, or even the companies themselves. And this isn't just some academic exercise, right? It's a daily, maybe even hourly necessity in global trade, logistics, procurement, intellectual property.
Consumer relations, too.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Knowing the origin of something is often that first layer of information you need to assess its value, its risks, its story in a business context. Think about the implications for, say, trade wars, consumer preferences, luxury markets. Origin matters.
The critical role of origin in international business, it extends far beyond simple geography. It's really a strategic linchpin. Knowing the origin of a product strategically influences a multitude of decisions. Take procurement, where you source impacts not just cost and lead times, but also quality control, ethical considerations, supply chain resilience.
All
Crucial, definitely. For marketing, think about made in Germany or Italian leather. These are powerful brand statements, aren't they? They leverage centuries of perceived quality or craftsmanship. They influence how much consumers are willing to pay.
instantly recognizable value.
Exactly. Origin also has significant implications for tariffs, duties, trade agreements, directly affecting profitability and market access. And beyond that, it connects to legal frameworks. Things like intellectual property, geographical indications, labor practices, all increasingly under scrutiny by consumers and corporate social responsibility initiatives. It's more than just a label. It's really a condensed narrative of production, values, regulatory compliance, market positioning. It dictates everything from pricing strategy to brand perception.
Let's look at some practical examples, ones that highlight how simple statements about origin convey so much information, so many cultural associations, and often trigger immediate strategic thoughts. This watch is from Switzerland.
Instantly, you think precision.
Right. Precision engineering, centuries of artisanal heritage, luxury, meticulous craftsmanship, a powerful brand narrative, communicate just like that. Or these clothes are from Bangladesh.
Different associations.
Completely different focus. Globalized supply chains, mass manufacturing capabilities, and often critical discussions around ethical sourcing, labor practices, the socioeconomic impact of the textile industry. How about the cars from Germany?
Engineering, performance.
Exactly. Instantly associated with superior automotive engineering, robust performance, reliability, innovation, especially in luxury and high-performance segments, communicates a distinct manufacturing philosophy. And maybe the tea is from India.
Rich history there.
Points directly to agricultural origins, specific growing regions like Assam or Darjeeling, historical trade routes, and often rich cultural significance in how it's produced, processed, consumed. These aren't just factual statements. They're loaded with implications that shape business decisions and consumer perceptions all over the world.
Precisely. These simple statements about origin convey a wealth of information and cultural associations without needing a long explanation. The origin frequently implies certain qualities, standards, narratives that are absolutely crucial in business. Understanding these unspoken meanings allows for a much more sophisticated level of communication and decision-making. You're not just communicating a fact, you're communicating a whole context, a shorthand for quality, process, value, even geopolitical standing. This is particularly relevant in high-value markets or when dealing with branded goods, where origin contributes significantly to brand equity and consumer trust.
Right. Okay, to help master this, let's practice with some practical question and answer dialogues. Pay attention to how direct, efficient, and information-rich these exchanges can be in a business context. Dialogue 1. Component sourcing in tech. A. Where is this specialized microchip critical for our new laptop series from?
B.
It's from the USA, specifically from Silicon Valley, ensuring cutting-edge performance and adherence to strict regulatory standards.
Emphasize the directness and efficiency there, and how adding Silicon Valley and mentioning regulatory standards immediately provides confidence in quality and compliance. In a fast-paced business environment, you often need quick, accurate info to make critical sourcing decisions. This structure delivers it perfectly.
Cuts right to the chase.
Exactly. Essential for rapid information gathering, particularly in tech or inventory management where specs and origin are paramount.
Dialogue 2. Luxury food procurement. A. We're looking to upgrade our in-flight catering menu. Where is this premium dark chocolate, celebrated for its unique flavor profile, from? B. It's from Belgium, a country synonymous with world-class chocolatiers and a long tradition of exquisite confectionery. It's a key selling point for our premium offerings.
What stands out here is how specific origins, like Belgium for chocolate, immediately bring to mind these established reputations for quality and traditional craftsmanship. This knowledge, conveyed succinctly and with that added context about its value proposition, influences consumer perceptions and purchasing decisions. Even in B2B contexts, where you might be discussing ingredients for a service offering, the origin isn't just a fact, it's a marketing asset.
Definitely. Dialogue 3. Fashion industry sourcing. A. Our design team is considering a new line of footwear. Where are these handcrafted leather shoes known for their durability and style from? B. They're from Italy, the region of 𝗪cie, to be precise, which is renowned globally for its unparalleled shoemaking craftsmanship and design innovation.
Again, linking the origin to perceptions of style, quality, craftsmanship, Italian shoes has this global reputation for elegance, durability.
It means something.
It does. And stating the origin accurately, even adding the specific region like 𝗪cie, reinforces those powerful market associations. It's shorthand for a whole set of expectations about the product's quality, aesthetic, artisanal heritage. This level of detail provides powerful differentiation in a competitive luxury market.
Okay, now a quick but crucial grammatical nuance, specifically in the context of business documents and precise communication. We're not talking elementary rules here necessarily, but common pitfalls even advanced speakers sometimes encounter. It's about singular versus plural agreement, using is versus are.
Yes.
While you intuitively know to use is for one item, are for multiple. How often do you see slight errors when discussing, say, collective nouns or complex subjects in business reports, like the data is overwhelming versus maybe the team are working on it, depending on if you view the team as a unit or individuals? It can get tricky. The seemingly small detail, consistent singular versus plural agreement is vital for clear, authoritative communication, especially when presenting data or discussing company structures.
This raises an important question. Why does this matter so much, especially for an audience probably well beyond basic grammar lessons? In business, misusing is or are, particularly with those collective nouns or nuanced subjects, it can just sound unprofessional. It can subtly detract from the authority of your message.
Undermines credibility a bit.
It can. Precision in grammar reflects precision in thought and analysis. In contexts like financial reports, legal documents, formal presentations, where clarity is absolutely king. Ensuring grammatical accuracy reinforces your credibility. It demonstrates meticulous attention to detail. It eliminates any potential for linguistic distraction, keeps the focus squarely on your message and the crucial data you're conveying. It's a subtle signal, but it signals professional rigor.
Good point. Okay, let's have a little fun now with a cultural product quiz. This isn't just trivia. It's about recognizing how deeply intertwined products are with their cultural origins and how that knowledge can inform marketing, trade, even cultural diplomacy. I'm going to present a famous product, and I want you to challenge yourself. Identify its iconic country of origin. Think globally. Think strategically. Ready? First up, pizza. Where is this universally loved dish iconically from, shaping its global perception? Short pause. Of course, Italy. Synonymous with culinary heritage, gastronomic innovation. Next, sushi. What country instantly comes to mind for this delicate cuisine? Short pause. That's right, Japan. A masterclass in culinary artistry and tradition. How about champagne? The name itself is geographically protected. Short pause. The only place. France. A symbol of celebration, luxury, rooted in specific terroir. Kangaroo leather. What country's unique fauna leads to this distinct product? Short pause. You're thinking Australia. Right? Testament to unique natural resources, specialized industries. And finally, coffee. Where does much of the world's renowned, often ethically sourced coffee originate? Specifically thinking about the Arabica bean's origin. Short pause. That would be Ethiopia, the birthplace of coffee. Not Brazil, which is a major producer, of course, but not the origin of the species itself. A crucial distinction in high-end sourcing.
What's truly fascinating here is how deeply products are intertwined with their cultural origins, and how this knowledge isn't just for trivia night, right? It enriches global business interactions in so many ways. From marketing a product's heritage, leveraging its made in X appeal.
Building the brand story.
Exactly. To appreciating the unique processes and historical context behind an item. Understanding these connections adds depth and authenticity to your communication. This knowledge can influence brand strategy, inform intellectual property protection like those geographic indications, and even play a role in cultural diplomacy. Moving beyond mere transaction to a more informed, culturally aware exchange that leverages the full story of a product. It allows you to speak not just of items, but of legacies.
Well said. Legacies. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today, built up layer upon layer of these essential global communication skills. Now it's time to bring it all together. Let's set the scene. Imagine you're at a bustling international trade fair, maybe a massive automotive expo in Frankfurt, or perhaps a tech showcase in Dubai.
High-energy places.
Definitely. This is a quintessential global business environment, a place where all the skills we've learned today just coalesce in this dynamic, sometimes high-stakes setting. It's where theory really meets reality, and where confident, precise communication can truly shine and, forge new opportunities.
And this is precisely why we're doing this simulation. To show the synergy of these skills, how they work together. If we connect this to the bigger picture, trade fairs are inherently high-stakes, fast-paced environments, making initial connections, accurately understanding diverse product lines, service offerings, even securing initial deals, or just setting up follow-on meetings. It all depends entirely on clear, concise, accurate communication, delivered with confidence.
You have to be sharp.
You do. This role play will demonstrate how those discrete skills, introducing yourself with your origin, correcting politely when necessary, accurately identifying origins of products or companies, combine seamlessly. How they form a cohesive, professional, and ultimately effective interaction. It shows you how to leverage these individual tools as part of a larger, integrated communication strategy to build immediate rapport and credibility.
Okay, listen closely to this dialogue. It's a brief, but I think potent exchange between two professionals at such a fair. You'll hear how Carlos and Emma fluidly put all these elements into practice, making a strong first impression, gathering crucial information efficiently. Carlos. Hello, I'm Carlos Rodriguez. I'm representing Argentinian Innovations, and I'm personally from Argentina, here to explore new partnerships in sustainable agriculture tech.
Nice, clear intro. Covers all bases.
Emma. Hi, Carlos. Emma Dubois. Great to meet you. I actually expected you might be from Europe, given our preliminary emails, but you're not from Europe. You're from Canada. Correct. From Maple Leaf Agri-Solutions, if I remember.
See that? Polite correction woven right into the greeting and confirmation. Very smooth.
Carlos. That's absolutely right, Emma. We appreciate your attention to detail. So tell me, is Maple Leaf Agri-Solutions primarily an American company, or are your main operations within Canada?
Acknowledges the correction gracefully, then asks for clarification on origin. Good flow.
Emma, that's a common misconception, actually. No, it's not American. We are a proudly Canadian company headquartered in Montreal. While some of our software components are sourced globally, our core agricultural products and research are entirely from Canada.
Another polite correction, clear statement of origin, and added nuance about sourcing. Very precise.
Carlos. Fascinating. So your key drone technology, often featured in your Canadian case studies, is designed and manufactured there.
Seeks confirmation on a specific product origin now. Drilling down.
Emma, indeed. All our proprietary drone technology is developed and assembled in Canada. It's a key part of our Made in Canada brand promise.
Confirms the specific origin and even ties it directly to their brand identity. Perfect synthesis. Let's just quickly deconstruct that dialogue to see the magic at work. How smoothly they navigated potential pitfalls. Carlos starts flawlessly, right? Comprehensive intro. Company origin, personal nationality, business purpose. Sets a clear context.
Gets right to it.
Then Emma steps in. Not just introducing herself, but elegantly executing that polite negative correction about Carlos's perceived origin, you're not from Europe, before clearly stating his actual origin and confirming his company. Shows active listening, desire for precision. When Carlos in turn asks about her company's origin, Emma again uses a polite negative correction. No, it's not American. Then precisely clarifies both her company's origin and her core product's origin. Even adds that nuance about component sourcing.
Covered all the angles.
Exactly. Notice the natural flow, the professional tone throughout, how effectively they exchanged crucial, detailed information with absolute clarity and respect. They're not just speaking, they're strategically informing and validating. which is really a blueprint for successful international business development. This interaction builds immediate trust because both parties demonstrate that attention to detail and respect for accurate representation.
That's exactly why we call that a realistic business conversation. It's not just an exercise, it's a template. A template for the kind of productive, informative interactions you'll encounter every day when you're navigating the global business landscape. By mastering these foundational skills, you really can approach any international interaction with genuine confidence. Turn ambiguity into clarity, and convert those initial introductions into meaningful connections. Hashtag tag outro. Wow, what a deep dive that was. Into the strategic nuances of global communication. We've covered so much essential ground today, haven't we? Moving far beyond just basic grammar to explore the real impact of precise language. So to recap, we focus on 3 main skill sets, ones that will significantly boost your global communication confidence. First, we refine the art of understanding and stating origins, connecting identity to geography in a way that builds immediate rapport, cultural intelligence.
Foundation.
Second, we delved into the power of making negative statements, doing it with impeccable politeness, strategic nuance for accurate corrections, turning potential friction into clarified understanding. And third, we expanded your robust vocabulary of countries and nationalities, allowing you to confidently say where people, products, or companies are from, providing crucial context that fuels market intelligence, strategic decision-making.
And to reinforce that, it's crucial to understand these aren't just isolated grammar points. They are interconnected tools. Their cumulative power lies in how they integrate, how they create exceptionally effective and respectful global communication. Each skill supports the others, building this comprehensive framework for clear, professional, culturally aware interactions. They are the essential building blocks, not just for speaking English, but for truly thriving in that intricate tapestry of global business, where every word can carry weight and every interaction is an opportunity to build a relationship.
Now, for the most important part, actually applying what you've learned. I strongly encourage you to immediately integrate these nuanced skills into your daily life. It could be as simple as just paying closer attention to product labels. In your home, at the grocery store.
Yeah, notice where things come from.
Consciously asking friends or colleagues about their origins, maybe trying to guess their nationality politely, or even practicing mentally while you're watching international news or business reports. Make it a game. Practice these every day. Maybe ask a friend where things are from. Notice those product labels in your house. The more you use these phrases, not just correctly, but strategically, the more natural and impactful they'll become.
And to add a crucial layer to that, I'd encourage active observation and critical analysis. The next time you encounter an international business discussion, maybe in a meeting, a news article, a documentary, pay close attention. How are these elements of origin and polite correction being used? Evaluate their effectiveness. Ask yourself, could this have been clearer? Was that correction handled diplomatically? This kind of active analysis will deepen your understanding and really help refine your own communication style. And this raises an important question for you to ponder. Considering how deeply a country's identity is tied to its products and people, and how subtle linguistic choices can shape perceptions, how might your enhanced understanding of these origins and communication tactics influence not just your daily interactions, but also your long-term strategic decisions and future global business ventures? How can you leverage this linguistic precision to maybe anticipate market shifts, navigate geopolitical currents, or forge stronger, more authentic international partnerships?
What a fantastic thought to leave us with. It really underscores the deeper, almost philosophical implications of what we've explored today, doesn't it? The ability to connect those dots. From a seemingly simple nationality or product label all the way to profound strategic insights, that's truly powerful. Keep that curiosity burning, keep practicing, and keep challenging your perceptions. Until next time, keep exploring, keep communicating, and keep diving deep.